The 2026 season is here, and if you thought you saw more people and more cars on Cape Cod in June than usual, the data say you were right.
Where we're seeing the biggest increase is the shoulder. The May-June time period brought almost 10% increase in bookings.
That's Jim Reese, COO of WeNeedAVacation.com, one of the first online vacation rental companies on Cape Cod. Reese has been compiling and analyzing seasonal home rental data for almost 2 decades, and this year saw an uptick in June, while bookings are pointing to a level summer season ahead with a slight dip in the fall shoulder season.
Overall, what we're seeing is that in the short-term rental industry here for the Cape and Islands remains quite strong. That this is despite the economic uncertainty, a lot of talk about high travel costs and also high costs for homeowners too to maintain and manage their rentals. But despite that, we're still seeing a strong demand, and overall booking numbers have been up over last year.
This year, visitors snapped up the peak June and July weeks early, and the most sought-after amenity was gathering space for family and friends.
The one data point we've seen is about a quarter of the bookings happen during the fall time period, so they happen well in advance. What folks are looking for are often a great space to relax with their families, to spread out. Outdoor spaces for the family, whether it's around a fire pit, the porch and patio, screened-in porch.
While overall bookings across all seasons for 2026 are up 3.6%, according to Reese, the distribution has continued to shift. June, once a weaker month, has become strong, while August and into the fall shoulder has weakened. On the pricing side, the market has normalized and returned to pre-pandemic patterns.
The popularity of really the end of June through the beginning of August is up a few percentages. And then what we're looking at and going to be focusing on, and most homeowners are focusing on, is the last 2 weeks of August. And that's where we're seeing actually more availability than the past. It's down right now 10 to 15% in availability. But people don't want to wait till the end of the summer all the time. Plus they have the conflicts of, if they have school-age kids, they're going back to school, sports and whatnot. So the other trends that we often look at closely is pricing. There was a 4-year period of about 2021 to 2024. 4 years in there, there were record increases in pricing to go along with the record demand that we were seeing. And so what we've seen is that this is finally normalized. On average for 25 years, it's been 1 to 3% price increase every year. But that 4-year time period, we were seeing 5%, 10%, 15% for the vineyard 1 year. So that has normalized back down to this year, where we've seen Cape Cod has seen a 3% increase. So it's normalizing, which helps set expectations for guests. Owners are able to also understand what they're able to expect and try to meet the demands that they're seeing for their homes. The data tells the story. I often think, just in terms of, you're looking at the summer, and if you just what we experienced last week of the heat wave, like, people don't want to wait, right? They're like, we can't do another week. Like, we got to get to the beach, we got to get to the ocean. Let's go.